Hi Leo, welcome to Sophquest. I'm Spence. Welcome in if you're new to the channel. Thank you for stopping by. And welcome back if you're a subscriber. I'm really glad you're here. So this is going to be a weekly reading for you, Leo, for September 6th through the 12th. And we're starting the week with a new moon in Virgo. New moon. So new moons are really about initiating something. And because it's in Virgo, I think it's about initiating something that we're going to do, got your card, with incremental change, incrementally, like Virgo does, step by step by step. So a practical change. I was just shuffling for you from the Sacred Earth Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno, Leela J. Williams, and the artwork by Helena Nelson Reed, gorgeous. I also will use the Thelema Tarot, and this is by Renata Lechner. And I'm also, at the end of the video, going to pull one of the Spirit of the Animals Oracle cards by Jody Bergsma. Since we're in Virgo season, very earthy time, and we move into autumn here in the Northern Hemisphere, I thought we'd get some animal totem energy up in here, right? That sounds good, right? Okay, so I just shuffled those for you, and one flipped over, and it was Alliance. Okay, Leo, Alliance. Very good. Okay, so we'll read that in just a moment while I'm shuffling and laying out your 9-card spread. So settle in with me, Leo, if you would, all right? We do have some trines this week that I like very much. The new moon is trine Uranus, and I think that that really feels like a possible change for the better. I think it opens the possibility. It creates, right? A trine creates the energy. Opens the possibility for real change, because Uranus is an outer planet, so it's long-term change, revolutionary change, right? It's change that innovates a new way of doing something. And with Virgo, it's very much about the practical side of things, what we do in our daily lives, 6th house, right? The way we take care of our homes, our bodies, our jobs, things like that. Okay, so we've had a couple fall out while I was shuffling, and now I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck for you. All right, here we go. Leo. All right, we also have Venus in Libra this week. We have Mars in your sign, Virgo. That should give you some energy. It's also trine, opening the space for the creation of change with Pluto in Capricorn. Venus in Libra squares Pluto in Capricorn. So perhaps there may be a little bit of tension between you and your partner making the change, right? Talking about it. How? It's all the how do we conversations, right? All right, and then also that Mercury in Libra, which opens up dialogue and helps us talk about love and money. Trine Saturn and the North Node, and I like that a lot. I think that brings practical solutions to sometimes difficult topics, can be, and ways of working them out. So all of those are good things this week, Leo. Very good. All right, I don't know why I just shuffled again. I'll cut one more time. All right, here we go. So take some deep breaths with me, Leo, and settle in. Let's do what we do. Bring down the cortisol, the stress, okay? Feels really good. Oxygenates the brain, lowers the stress of cortisol, raises up serotonin and dopamine, helps you feel better, helps you relax your spine, your shoulders, gets you grounded. Okay, let me take a good look at your spread today. Look at the bottom 3 cards, which I always do. All right, Leo. I think you are feeling very grounded right now. I think you're trying to save money. I think you're trying to be hopeful that things are going to improve. I think you're looking at your budget. I think you are feeling strongly bonded right now to the people in your life that you have good relationships with, and I think you're trying to open up and be very loving to those people. I think you're trying to be very fair. But there are worries. I think there are some worries in the particular relationship that I'm seeing on this table, because there's been an interruption, there's been issues that have come up, and maybe you haven't really liked talking about them. but I think that you're having to. You've got 3 5s on the board. Leo, 5 in numerology is the number of change. And it usually happens just like anything else, right? Why do we change anything, right? If it ain't broke, we don't fix it. We change something because we need to, right? We just do. We have to. So there's always a catalyst, and I'm seeing that in the middle of your reading today with the 5 of Wands. The 4 of Wands is the happy home, the 1111, the soulmate card, where we're all getting along good and everything's running smoothly in the house. When that 5th wand comes shooting out of the sky down into that 4 of Wands, it's an interruption. It is something that brings a bit of a catalyst of change. It is one of the 5s on your table here. On the bottom row, I'm seeing the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles. So this could be an argument about money, all right? And that may be what's happening here. There may be something that comes up with these 3 5s that is creating change because of the conflict, that of whatever is happening in the relationship. But it brings about something new, I think so, here. All right, first and foremost, let's read this alliance card because I think it's going to be very apropos to this reading. I am definitely seeing an alliance here. You have 2 of Cups on the table. Also, by the way, your card starts the reading. So I think you're feeling pretty bold and pretty strong right now. It's next to the 2 of Cups, so I think you're boldly, bravely going to go forward and talk to somebody and offer them your cup of love. That's what I'm seeing. But you're definitely going to have to work out some of the technicalities of things to work out this issue. That's what I'm seeing. All right, we're going to work through it. Stay with me. We're going to go horizontally, vertically, and big picture. And then I'm going to pull you one of your animal totem cards, okay? Alliance. Let's read this. Make the most of networking opportunities right now. Respond to pressure by reaching out to people on different levels. Different levels of education, experience, or even social standing. Be wary of pretension or selective equality. A challenge brings people together. Cohesive relationships or a close-knit group is possible. Building strength through structure and connection. Think in 3 dimensions, past, present, future, that kind of thing. This also can be about inclusion. Connect with people both younger and older. So that's the meaning of this basic card, alliance. It's who we're working with, how we're working with them, and the inclusion of the people that we allow in our lives, and how well we get along with them. And that sometimes challenges bring people together. I love that that is in the center of this because you've got a challenge in the center of your reading, and I'm seeing it bringing people together, so that's good. You're a part of an amazing universe within and of creation. You're connected to and therefore have access to all the color in life's canvas. Mortal body, immortal soul, living many lives in endless forms throughout existence. You're in every word, every leaf, and every part of every star. You're the love that underpins the all, and the all is part of you. Bring this connection to consciousness. It is our connections that make us strong. Our ability to make diverse and involved bonds with other people is life-affirming. So it is reminding you here, Leo, how important alliances are, how important bonding is, togetherness is, cohesiveness, and inclusion. I think all of those words matter. I think you're really trying to believe in something that can last. I think you're really trying to have hope that what you value, what you've tucked away as a treasure in your life is going to be there for you. I think that you hope that whether you're saving money or whether you're trying to work on a relationship or both, you value what you have in your life. But there is a test here, a little bit of I hate saying a test, but it's more like a challenge. There's a challenge right now in your life that does require you to have some faith. And I don't necessarily think it's faith in yourself. I think it is partially I think it's actually faith in others because it's asking you to open up. With you here showing up, I think, as the King of Pentacles on the inside, it's like you feel secure inside. But the Four of Pentacles says that you're kind of closed off. And with the Star, it's saying open up, have faith, and trust a little more. Because the Four of Pentacles is when we're not trusting, right, necessarily. And this is saying it's important to trust. Let's go across the top. Here's the Strength card, and this definitely represents you, most certainly. And then I'm seeing the Two of Cups, and you and someone else in your life that you love, that you are either offering a cup of love to or they are offering to you. So there's someone here that's very open-hearted and loving. And I have a feeling right now that it might be the other person. And the reason I say that is because what's under the deck and you're a bit closed off right now. Even though you're trying to have faith in your relationship and that everything's going to be all right. I think that inside there's a worry, concern, anxiety about whatever this conflict is, and we're going to go through that next. Then I see the Justice card. So the Justice card is always a reminder of the law of karma, right? The law of reciprocity, that what you put out in the world, you get back. So consequences, right? So it reminds us to do the right thing, the just thing, the fair thing, right? And then with the Five of Wands being sort of an interruptive issue between people that's causing sleepless nights, it's causing some worry or some anxiety. This is just saying that you don't have to be anxious, you don't have to worry. The only thing you really need to do is to be fair. That's what this is asking of you, is to be fair. Despite whatever the problem is, it's not as bad as it could be, and the best way to handle it is to be fair, to be, thoughtful of others. Look at these two cards. They're so beautifully in balance, aren't they? The Two of Cups and the Justice, right? To each his own, to each her own. It's like fair is fair. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, fair is fair. Now, Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. So I am seeing that there's a conflict, okay? It's in the middle of your reading. This is the molehill. This could end up being the mountain. You don't want to make a mountain out of a molehill, Leo. Be careful because you're very strong in your energy right now. And you want to make sure that you don't slip into personality, into ego mind. Instead, you want to open more into your spirit self, right? Your soulful self. The part of you that's maybe a little closed off, but the part of you that is true, authentic, and vulnerable. If you can access that part of yourself, this argument, someone feeling out in the cold, someone feeling backstabbed, someone feeling taken for granted or taken advantage of, this doesn't have to happen, and you can start a beautiful new beginning with each other. So with these three fives, remember that trine is saying there is a moment, okay? This week is kind of a moment in time for you to create the space for a transition, change into something that will last, that is good and bountiful and beautiful for the both of you. Let's go down the vertical. I think you'll see what I mean. Strength card, here you are, Justice. Trying, okay? Trying to do the right thing and be just. But under that is the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords to me can be winner takes it all attitude. Like, especially with this Strength card, that could really be an argument based on a kind of an ego wounding and then harsh words that cut with the swords as opposed to just getting knocked around with the wands. The swords hurt worse. So it's kind of like be careful what you say because it could come back to you, right? With the Justice card. Be, fair is fair. So Leo, it's just saying if, no slings and arrows. If words come to you, try to be fair and hold back. And be as gentle about it as you can be and speak with kind of kindness and faith. That's what it's asking, you know, to be the girl that tames the lion, not the lion himself, because of the Justice and the Five of Swords, and we really want this to end well, right? So think of the end result. That's what the Justice card says above this, right? Like, this is the temporary now. We're in an argument, something is said, then something else is said, and then there's name calling and backbiting, and it's not pretty. Or justice. It's think of the long term. If I said this, what would be the outcome? If I did this, what would be the outcome? That's the Justice card. It's think before you speak, right? Before this happens. Okay, Two of Cups. It's about a relationship. Five of Wands. It has some really fiery, interruptive, and instigative kind of, you know, energy in it. It's more than likely Pluto, right? We have a Mars is in Virgo trine Pluto, which can help transform the relationship, but it's about getting real. And then we have Venus and Libra square Pluto, and yeah, that's definitely some tension in relationship about power plays and changes, things that need to change, because someone's feeling pretty out in the cold, and that's the challenge right now. That's the interruption in the relationship. So to bring all of this, Five of Wands, Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles, instead of, you know, this fire becoming, you know, an enormous volcano and causing real pain with the swords so that someone's out in the cold and left in, you know, in the dust. This reading is saying cup of love, man, bring the love, because you're already in a situation where you're worried about it and you want this new beginning, you want this new beautiful new seed to be planted and watered and for it to grow. So holding back is not going to be the way to go. Instead, it's saying enact your faith, your kindness, temper yourself, because then the new beginning is going to be so much better. That's how to treat people with respect, and this is, you know, this could be the other person in your life as well, Leo, right? And it's like you need to say, let's be respectful about this, right? Let's be fair to each other about this. If it's the other person being this way toward you, this is how you can have the conversation. Or it's going to go like this. 5, 5, 5. Which is ugly. This is not pretty. Remember, what outcome do you want? Ask yourself the truth. What is the outcome I'm going for here? Because we're trying to make alliances, right? We're trying to treat others as we want to be treated. We're not trying to make enemies, right? So if this is a conversation or an argument that needs to happen in order for healing to happen, then that's okay. Just be very, very careful what words you use, okay? Because someone's not feeling loved and appreciated here at all. Okay? So Leo, that's what I'm seeing for you here. I've got one more card for you. Let's pull you an animal oracle for the week, just to give you a little inspiration. And these beautiful earthly animals and guides that we have here on our planet. And the wisdom of what they have to teach us. I'm feeling it right there. Okay. Loon. You got the loon. Intuitive. All right. It says, listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. So trust. I mean, seriously, where's that star card? It's begging you to listen to your soul, not your ego personality. That's the difference this week. It's going to make all the difference in the world for you this week. Okay? Because the people that we interact with in life, you know, we're all on our own pathways. Sometimes they converge and we walk together. Sometimes they diverge and we walk alone. But no matter what, if we treat each other with the utmost of respect, that is when we are practicing the law of reciprocity and standing in our truth and being as just and fair as possible. That's what is being asked of you this week, or whomever's in your life, so you can help to foster that if it's someone else in your life. All right? Thank you so much, Leo. I will be here for you next week. I wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude. Thank you so much.